24 seasons, he's got one championship. You talked about 11 players on the top 75, it's still one championship.
Last season, the Bucks fired championship-winning coach Mike Budenholzer, primarily because of the stagnant offense. And in efforts to make this offense more dynamic, they traded Drew Holiday away to receive Damian Lillard. And Giannis pushed the front office to hire first-time head coach Adrian Griffin. Front offices have a terrible habit of hiring first-time coaches to lead win-now teams. So due to lack of experience, some things were a little clunky. The Bucks defense plummeted from first in the league last year all the way to 22nd, but the offense had become a top 3 offense in the league. Despite having a 30-13 record and being number 2 in the East, the Bucks and Giannis decided Adrian Griffin wasn't going to work, which is something I agree with. You can't win now with a rookie coach, just like you can't win now with a rookie star player. But they switched this bad hiring for an even worse one. Since Doc Rivers has been hired as head coach, the team's defensive rating has come up a little bit, but the offensive rating has absolutely plummeted. They have lost 7 of their last 10 games, including an embarrassing 20-point comeback loss to the Utah Jazz. The simple explanation for this is Doc Rivers cannot coach, and he has never been able to coach. That 08 Celtics championship has been carrying his career for 16 years. Only accomplishments Doc has aside from that is the most 3-1 playoff leads blown in NBA history, the most Game 7 losses in NBA history, and the worst excuses for losing in NBA history.
Oh, you come back from the trip we just came back from, sleep patterns, and then I've never seen just the flights that they had us, time change, coming back-to-backs, insane. I haven't said that.
But this last game is by far the most embarrassing loss of the season. The Bucks lost to the Grizzlies last night, who are the 13th seed in the West, and are playing without Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson, and Luke Kennard. Those are their top 4 scorers, and 2 of the guys they started are on 10-day contracts. How can a contending team with championship aspirations lose to a team that is barely an barely a G League level team? I'll tell you how. Doc Rivers. Doc never has a game plan. And this is evident by allowing teams like the Utah Jazz to come back 20 points in the third, fourth quarter to beat you, and losing to the Heat without Jimmy Butler. In that game, the Bucks only scored 97 points. There's little to no offensive movement, and there are almost no easy shots for Dame and Giannis. They're supposed to be a defensive-minded coach. So where are the adjustments? What efforts are you making to slow down the other team? You have Giannis to be your anchor point on defense, and you still cannot get a stop? I know Dame is a cone on defense, but this is just ridiculous. Blame the last loss on some players not showing up.
We had some guys here, we had some guys in Cabo.
Maybe they're not showing up because they don't believe in you as a coach. It's only been 10 games and we're already seeing players only meetings. That can't be a good sign. I know a lot of Bucks fans don't want to admit it, but as soon as you sign Doc Rivers to be your head coach, you close your championship window. Dame and Giannis are one of the best duos in the league right now. Even with the rookie head coach, they had an offensive rating of 122 at the peak. That was the best offensive rating in the NBA. To now falling all the way to 23rd in the league, the Bucks can't even buy a bucket. Even with Dame having some shooting trouble, at the end of the day, it's up to the coach to make these shots easier. You also have Giannis on offense. There is absolutely no reason to be losing to these bottom of the table teams. But that's the thing. Doc Rivers cannot elevate his stars. Doc had a talented roster in Philly too. The Embiid and Ben Simmons, the Embiid, Maxey Harden, and we saw the same thing. Lack of adjustments. Sure, there was some injuries, so we can put an asterisk to the last Philly run. But what about 2021 when Philly lost to the Hawks? Because Ben Simmons, who was an all-star at that point, not the Ben Simmons we know today, was scared to go up for a layup under the basket on Trae Young because he was scared to shoot free throws. and then Doc proceeded to throw him under the bus in front of the media.
Ben Simmons can still be a point guard for a championship team like the one you guys want to become?
Yeah, David, I don't know that question or the answer to that right now.
Is this how you instill confidence in your players? Is this how you make a game plan for your players? And then what happened with Paul George and Kawhi on that Clippers team? What happened to the Lob City Clippers? Actually, better yet, what happened in every single playoff series besides 08 with the Celtics? This guy is a career loser, and it's rubbing off on the Bucks. And the worst part of it is, you guys are stuck. The Bucks can't fire 2 coaches in a year, and going through 3 coaches in only 12 months is crazy. Doc Rivers is going to be leading the Bucks into playoff failures for the next 2 to 3 years. Dame is 33 years old. These are his last few years of playing at a high level, and you're willing to waste them by handing the reins over to Doc Rivers? The All-Star break is coming up, and the Bucks need to turn it around to be real contenders. And definitely anything is possible with Giannis, but I doubt things will change. It's much more likely to get even worse. The Bucks are currently 12th in defense and 23rd in offense. Are these the stats of a contender? No. But hey, let me know if I'm wrong. Leave a comment. I respond to everybody.